Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to The Grind, a journey to a healthier me. Today we'll be going over the June weight loss self-improvement challenge, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so the June challenge. May's challenge is not yet over. This is the final week for that. I'm not sure how my results are going to turn out this week because I've got these glasses. I'm going in tomorrow, which is Thursday the 27th, for LASIK on my eyes. So not sure how well I'm going to be able to see. I may end up just having to walk on a treadmill with my eyes closed to finish out the challenge with everyone, but I'm looking forward to finishing the challenge. In June, we've got a new calendar. I'll put this up on the screen now. There's a few different options on this June calendar, but first and foremost, I wanted to thank Chris from It's a Keto Thing. Her channel is linked down below. Go check that out, give her a subscribe and a follow, hit that bell notification. That way you can follow along on this June challenge with Chris and myself. Looking forward to pushing this to the next level for me. I know I'm planning on trying to hit June pretty hard because in July, like the 24th of July, 21st, in that range is when I started keto last year. So that'll be the 1 year point for me. So I want to push myself this month and part of July to see if I can hit a weight loss goal prior to that 1 year mark. So we'll see if I can get that done. Anyway, jumping into it on this calendar, Sunday will be a stretch your body / yoga day. I know this is something that I am not the greatest at doing, and so my flexibility and movement has been suffering because I have not been stretching my joints like I should be. So this is something I'm kind of looking forward to. I've never done yoga, so maybe I'll try that. Maybe even post a yoga session on my channel, who knows. Depends on how adventurous I feel. On Mondays will be a walk / hike day and a track your macros. I know I track my macros on the daily. I also follow a pretty strict keto diet, so some of these days are kind of gimme days for me. So on those days I'll be stepping up the challenge for myself. I'm trying to decide what I'll be doing on those days to step up the challenge, and I will post a video about that if you wanted to step up the challenge for yourself and join me on those. Totally okay if you don't want to. Make sure before you do any of these fitness level activities that you know you're in good physical health to do these activities. If you're not sure, it may be a good idea to consult your physician to make sure that they feel you are in physical shape to start doing these. I know most of you, if you're like me, you won't go see a doctor, so I'm just going to put out there, proceed with caution. If you have a way of monitoring your heart rate, that's great. If you don't, kind of listen to your body. Just because you feel like quitting doesn't mean that you have a medical problem happening. Remember, a lot of the fight is up here, so we need to make sure we get our mind and body straight together in order for this to be successful for us long term. But I digress. So on Mondays, I said walk / hike, track macros. Tuesdays will be OMAD, or 1 meal a day / intermittent fasting. I do intermittent fasting typically twice a week. I have not gone past the 16-hour mark. I may dabble with that and go a little bit further this time. We'll see what happens. But and then share your non-scale victories. With these, you don't have to share them publicly. If you want to share them publicly, we welcome that. You can post on Chris' channel or my channel, and we'd be happy to share those with everyone if you want us to share those. Or you can direct message either of us, and we can keep it privately if you notify us when you let us know, hey, I want to keep this between us. Totally fine. We can keep that private between us. Wednesday is a no snack day. For me, this one's a pretty easy day. I don't typically snack. So the try the plank, I'll be definitely trying to push myself on that, maybe working on my core. Might incorporate some sit-ups or something with that because I'm not doing snacks anyway. On Thursday, will be lift weights. This doesn't have to be at a gym. This could be a gallon of milk in the kitchen. It could be bags of flour. It could be anything that you can lift in different repetitions, different ways. But be sure that you're not lifting these in non-sanctioned ways, I guess. Maybe it'd be good to Google body weight workouts. You can even do it with just your body weight to make sure you've got the mechanics of what you should be doing so you don't injure yourself in this process. Remind yourself of why we do this. I know for me, I got tired of seeing that number on the scale and needed a change. So that's what pushed me to my level of change. But you are worth doing the effort. Don't quit because it's hard. All you're doing is cheating yourself. Like I said on Chris's channel in one of the comments, sometimes the best workouts that I have in a week and where I see the most progress on the scale is when I go to the gym when I didn't want to. That's typically where I see the most growth, and that is where I see the most growth up here, because if you only do it when you're motivated, it's easy to fall off the wagon. So you need to make sure you're consistent, even though it might suck. Embrace the suck and move on. Sometimes we just need to grind it out even though it sucks. So just some words of encouragement there. If you need some motivation, reach out. I'm happy to cheer you on. Let's do this together. Fridays will be our weigh-in and send-in results. Chris is kind enough to be compiling the results. If you send them to me, I can forward those on to her. And again, her information is linked below. This is also a walk/hike day, so we've got 2 of those throughout the week. Walking is a great way to foster weight loss, great way to burn calories with low impact on your body. There's several studies out there. I can do a video just on walking for weight loss if you'd like. Just comment down below, I can get one put together. I know if I run a mile on the treadmill versus if I walk a mile on the treadmill, there's a very small difference in calories between the two, as long as you're walking at a brisk pace and you can keep your heart rate up where it's supposed to be. You'll be burning calories without the impact on your knees and hips. I know when I started, I was a much heavier person than I am now, and so my knees and joints were suffering for that, so walking was a great way to lose weight on that. Saturday is do squats and try a new recipe. I'm looking forward to this because I've got a few new recipes that we've been thinking about trying that we have not done yet. I may even video those and post some recipe videos in that following week to show what we made and how. So that concludes the week to week. There is a step up challenge that is attached to all this, and that is we're going to try to get 5,000 steps a day. If 5,000 steps a day is normal for you and you get more than that, step up the ante. Let's make sure that we are pushing ourselves to be more active than we typically are in a day, and that will burn extra calories, put you in a better deficit for your caloric intake, which will foster weight loss. Just keep in mind, tracking your calories will make it a lot easier for weight loss. It's not a guarantee, but if you have about 500 calorie per day deficit, then throughout the week that will net you between a pound and a pound and a half of weight loss, not counting the extra deficit from the activity levels that you may have. But be sure to make sure that you're eating enough food. I know a lot of people, they drop their caloric intake and they lose weight for the first few weeks and then they stop. One nutritionist that I've spoken to said anyone can starve themselves out of 10 pounds. The long term is what's harder. And I do have a video about that on mine. I had too big of a caloric deficit to start off with, and I lost quite a bit of muscle in the process. So you need to make sure that you've got those numbers correct. There's several calculators out there. Carb Manager is a good free app. MyFitnessPal is a good free app. Carb Manager is definitely easier for keto foods, but they also have calculators in there. It's just a starting point. Yours may be different. I had my resting metabolic rate tested, and my metabolic rate actually tested 600 calories below where it said I should be. I believe is what the number was. So if I would have ate at a 600 calorie deficit, because that was off, I would not have been losing weight. So if you track your calories and macros throughout the month, you give you a good baseline starting point to figure out what changes you need to make to start that weight loss process. Plateaus are normal. It's part of the weight loss process. Sometimes you're just gaining muscle and your body's in a different physiological change. Don't freak out. Ride the wave. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to and you know your calories are right, don't freak out. Plateaus happen. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can DM me. I've got a link to Instagram on main channel page. If not, you can go find me there, The Grind Journey to a Healthier Me. Ask me questions anytime. If I don't know, I won't pretend like I know. I'll see what I can find out, maybe pass you on to some studies. Again, these are my experiences. I'm not an expert, so yeah, let's do this together. Let's see how much weight loss we can lose. But remember, you've got to push yourself to get results. Weight loss isn't comfortable, unfortunately. So you need to foster the change, make the change, remind yourself daily why you're making the change, because you've got to make the change for you first and foremost. So you are worth the effort. Remember, sometimes it's hard, but we need to dig deep and grind it out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Share this with your friends. Join us on this June challenge. I'm looking forward to it.